Of all the days for Heston to be off sick. How come you're here so early?
Oh, I'm trying to prove to Howard that we don't need recalibrating or rebooting or whatever it is.
Reaccreditation. Well, that's very impressive, but for it to count, you need to be here at this time every day.
We're highly experienced professionals. I mean, it's demeaning. He's got it in his head that I'm not on message, that I'm the enemy.
I'm sure you got the wrong end of the stick. Anyway, when he sees that you're here at this time, he'll see your commitment is shining through. What are you all doing here?
Oh, you asked us in early. You didn't ask us. Wish you didn't ask me.
I'm only here to make sure my husband keeps his job.
Your husband can hear you. Ah, good. Everybody's here. And early too. Excellent.
Trouble is, I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not.
Team, I'd like to say a few words. Today is a new beginning. A new beginning, not just for me, who's privileged to lead this team, but a new beginning for the mill. A glorious new beginning.
Very Churchill.
Winston or the dog?
But that glory has to be earned.
The dog?
It's going to be hard. We all have to bring our A games. But I have faith in every one of you. Thank you.
Ready to bring your A game?
I'm sorry I don't speak imbecile.
Oh, don't rock the boat, not today.
We have a quick chat in my office. I have a special task for you.
He's insufferable. What were you thinking of?
I know he's got a... Yeah, look, just it's nerves over the reaccreditation. After today, things will settle down.
I've reviewed my plans for today.
Your plans?
I spotted a gap in our presentation. We don't seem to cover the interconnect between counselling services and the mill.
Perhaps if you'd consulted me sooner, we could have avoided this.
Yes, well, better late than never.
Counselling has never had its due from this practice. Sometimes there's just a little too much testosterone.
I agree. That's why I think you'd be the best point man, as it were. Could you say a few words to the responsible officer? I know it's short notice, it's important, and it's very much a buzzword these days. And I think it would give the Board of Reaccreditation a warm glow.
You see? He's not that bad. And you may just have an ally. Come on, admit it. You were wrong about it.
Elaine, Howard's emailed a revised schedule of the day. You're in it.
Oh, let's see.
1600 to 1610, Mrs. Tembe's got some ideas on toilet facilities for the clients. 1610 to 1615, you. 1615 to 1625, Cherry on proposed new colour schemes for the waiting area and their impact on client well-being. My opening 20 minutes on new technologies and client care's intact. Welcome aboard.
5 minutes, stuck between Mrs. Temby's loo brushes and Cherry's colour swatches. Yeah, like he's going to spend a penny on those. That's what he really thinks about counselling.
Sarah home today, mate?
Yeah. Joe was up all night with a cough. I would have stayed with him, but she insisted.
Well, perhaps it's for the best. I mean, Zara not being... I mean, no offence, mate, but, you know, Zara's star, she's likely to make Howard blow a vein.
Oh. It does favour today, keep an eye on Elaine. I think she's feeling a little bit isolated by Howard.
He's here. Shoulders back.
He's irritatingly enthusiastic.
Everybody ready?
I think so, Mr. Bellamy.
So, Howard, do we curtsy?
Handshake's more than enough.
I wonder if there's anything else we can do to modernise the place.
I'm surprised he didn't knock the walls down to the con rooms and make it one lovely big open-plan surgery.
Don't tempt me.
I'll look into it.
If this is a success, he'll be unbearable.
If it's not a success?
He's a child. Makes Kevin look like Vince Cable.
Everybody, this is Dr. Jason Weaver from the Board of Reaccreditation. I'll let Jason explain.
Hi, I'm Jason. Well, this is very much a process at the beta stage. Licensed doctors will now need to maintain a portfolio of supporting information drawn from their practice, which demonstrates how they're continuing to meet the principles and values as set out in good medical practice framework. I'm specifically here to assess that. We will make a recommendation to the board about each doctor's fitness to practice. Now, this is based on our observations of you at work and the outcomes of your annual appraisal over 5 years, combined with information drawn from the clinical governance system of the organisation in which the licensed doctor works. Any questions?
Does that mean you get to decide whether or not we stay on as doctors?
I'm sure you've all heard about the Shenton Walker practice. But we really must put that out of our minds. I'm not here to cull doctors. Promise.
Shenton Walker?
2 doctors didn't get reaccredited. He's here to cull doctors.
Come on, let's go.
I can't remember getting a good night's sleep. Every little bump I hear, I think that's Billy. I panic about what he'll do if he gets in.
The locks are changed? And you don't feel the need to harm yourself anymore?
I do, but sometimes I can fight it.
Good. That's progress. You mustn't let your ex ruin your life. He's the problem, not you. I'm going to refer you to a counsellor.
A stranger?
She's very good, very insightful, very sympathetic.
I don't know.
I can understand why you're not sure, but I'd like you to meet her before you make a decision. I really think she can take the progress you've made and move it forward.
Sorry, running late. Could we sit in, as agreed?
Sorry. Doctors only.
I am a doctor.
Absolutely not mid-session. Sorry. Where's Howard?
In Dr. Granger's room with Dr. Weaver.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It really wasn't the right thing with that patient.
You've undermined me from the beginning, Elaine. Where does this end?
Sorry, if anything,
You need to know something. Dr. Weaver has gathered patient feedback into his preliminary assessment. You have room for improvement.
What?
Mr. Reese and Mrs. Cottrell, ring any bells?
Well, that's not fair. George Reese is a frequent flyer. He's here all the time. There's never anything wrong with it.
And Angela Cottrell, well, she is addicted to painkillers. Dr. Cassidy has tried to get her help. She gets a little, well, deranged if she does not get her own way.
We take patient feedback very seriously, and we don't consider it the venting of deranged clients.
Dr. Weaver has suggested a programme of pre-prepared targets be put into place for doctors failing to score highly enough on patient feedback.
Failing.
Gentlemen, Dr. Clay awaits. This way, please.
Howard's under a lot of pressure here. You should go easy on him. He has to be given the chance to do things his way, right? Julia's gone, and if you can't handle that, then maybe this isn't the right practice for you anymore.
Nurse Clay, I have a patient who needs an emergency home visit.
Thanks, Kevin.
I'm just saying.
I'll assess your input. And my 11:30 is cancelled. Tell Cherry I'll do the home visit if she's happy.
Howard won't be.
Tough! Oh, hi, I'm Dr. Cassidy. I'm here to see Tony.
I'm so glad you're here. Come in.
Thank you.
Dad's dozing in the living room. He needs help with his oxygen and his pain levels.
Excuse me, I better take this. Hi, Daniel.
Howard is very unhappy. I suggest you get back here as soon as you can and smooth things over.
God, the man's obsessed with rules and volume and red tape. He acts like we're making coat hangers.
Look, he's a few days into a new job. He's been landed with a process whereby any of us, you, me, might lose the right to practice medicine. Once things get back to normal, then...
Daniel, this is it. This is now normal. Julia's gone. This nonsense is demeaning. It'll just lead to more rules getting in the way of the patients. I mean, maybe it's time some of us made a stand.
Rules are there for a reason, otherwise there's anarchy.
Now stuff the rules.
Don't be a martyr, Elaine. OK, let's just get through today.
I'm with the patient now. I won't be long.
Go. Just go.
Here's the doctor.
So, Tony, you're suffering from mesothelioma.
Pain. Can't bear it.
What pain relief have you been given?
Morphine. He has a pump, but it doesn't seem to give him enough.
Okay. I can up the infusion on that. That should help.
Go.
Sorry?
He's talking to me. Dad, save your energy.
You are going. She has job interview.
Ah,
So, go!
what's the job?
Air stewardess.
She worked in first class. Travel the world.
I quit to look after Mum and him.
Now, Mum is gone, and I'm
Look,
as
there's
good
no
as...
way I can take a job away from home, not now.
Stupidity. Opportunity won't come again.
I've got one opportunity now. Can I nip to the shops? 10 minutes.
Of course.
My projection is that if we can use Skype for consultations instead of home visits, we could save up
When
to...
can I see Dr. Cassidy? I can't really credit her unless...
The time saved in travelling alone could save up to 500 man-hours per annum, not to mention the time saved in getting in, small talk, etc.
She's on a home visit. She'll be back soon.
Interesting. It would help to get some feedback from a more chronic patient.
What do you mean you won't help me?
I can't lie to a relative. It's against all the rules.
Weren't a fan of the rules a minute ago. I might be dead. A few weeks. Yes?
Quite the optimist, aren't you? Sorry. Yes. Yes, you might.
And yet, it's not really a lie. If you tell her I'll be dead soon, she'll take the job.
Or she might decide it's more important to stay here.
If she thinks I'll be gone by then, she'll take the job. I'll make her.
It's still a lie. Even if she did take the job and go, she might be away when you die. It'll devastate her. She's made a choice. She wants to be here for the rest of your life.
When I'm gone, what does she do with the rest of hers?
She back yet?
No.
Can you call Elaine? She might listen to you.
I already have.
She needs to know that if Dr. Weaver doesn't reaccredit her, we might not be able to employ her anymore.
Sure it won't come to that.
Came to that at Shenton Walker. As Dr. Weaver put it to me himself, there's nothing like a body count to focus the mind. She is good, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Then we don't want to lose a good doctor.
What are you doing?
Lock the door.
You won't make it to the door.
There. Lock it for me.
I can't do that.
Damn house.
You're making yourself worse.
Lock out. She'll go to the interview.
No, she'll stand there worried until you let her in. Is there anyone else I can call? Any family?
Son's in London won't come. Only Amy. And it hurts so much. See me like this. Going to save her from pain and from ruining her future.
What about palliative care? That might
She
let her...
won't have it. Won't have a stranger, not even a private nurse. Lock the door, please.
You're not thinking this through. Even if she got the job, she wouldn't take it. She wouldn't leave. Not while you're alive.
She takes commitment seriously if she commits. It's not just a job. It's that job. She loved it. Her eyes sparkled when she talked about the places she'd been. Don't sparkle anymore.
And so, to conclude, if you look at the man-hour figures and compare them to the costings, you'll see that...
She's on her way back.
As I was saying, you'll see that using Skype for home visits will save us a substantial amount of money in the long run.
When I was in palliative care, his nurse asked me about what regrets I had. wisdom to pass on. Like you're only wise when you're dying.
Did it help, talking about your regrets?
Kind of. Hard truths. Regrets. Things not done. I wish I'd had the courage to be true to myself.
I'm sure that's not true.
If you don't help, I'll turn on her. Please, don't make me.
I'm only a doctor. Please, don't put that on me. It's not fair.
The rules. They're just there to make us bend to other people. Not there to make us happy. It's down to us. The rules.
You need some rest.
Make a dying man happy.
How's he been?
Oh, you know, not great. Pain, exhausted.
Have you been okay?
I'm tired. It's not easy watching him waste away. I cry a lot.
It doesn't show.
Thanks. It's an old hang-up from my flying days. Sometimes I had to be ready to be on a plane in 15 minutes. I always took pride in being ready for anything.
When's your interview?
Just over an hour. I know what you're thinking. It's my old boss. She's working for a new airline. She's pestered me to come in for the interview, and I just should never have told Dad.
Must be nice having a boss who values you. I guess you've seen the world.
A lot of it. I've had some great times, especially in Mexico.
Oh, I love Mexico.
It's my favourite place. I always arranged to be out for the start of November. My old boss, she was always good about that.
Why November?
Day of the Dead. I always went down to Xochimilco or out to Pátzcuaro. It's amazing. They're old, they're dead. They aren't an embarrassment to them. They're still part of their lives, their families. It's like they're not even gone. Maybe next year I'll head out on my own with a picture of him.
I'd better be going.
Pathetic.
What is?
You. Wasting your life. What kind of person wants to be with a sick old man when she could be out living?
A daughter.
Can pay for a nurse. Don't need you here. Don't want you here. You're hiding. Blaming me.
Dad wants me to do the very thing he hated doing. Work when I should be with my family.
With two big differences. You love your job, right? And you don't have any kids?
No, I have a dying father. Who wants something to drink?
Well, how are we doing so far?
Howard.
How many of these reaccreditations have you done?
This is my second.
Really? What was your first?
Shenton Walker. Actually, this is the second in the country. The eyes of the medical community are on us.
How exciting. Though I thought you would have done quite a few by now.
They found it trickier than they thought to get ROs. The conflict of interest is a minefield. No one wants to be the doctor who puts the kibosh on the practice that's competing with theirs.
Yeah, they'd have you in court before you could say what a load of old...
Quite. No problem for you.
Me? No. Never been a GP.
What?
Oh, don't worry. I am a qualified doctor. General medicine at Hull, then a spell in public health before the board of reaccreditation.
Well, it's reassuring to know there's no conflict of interest. Correct?
I'm having a nurse sent over to monitor your dad's oxygen and top up his morphine.
He doesn't need anyone keeping
I
an
can
eye.
drop you off at your interview on my way back.
I don't need...
I think it'll help your dad if you do the interview. It's not as if you're committing yourself to anything, and it'll give us a chance to discuss his prospects. If you wasn't ill, would you still think twice about going for the interview?
See the world, see Mexico again, in a heartbeat. How long does he have, really?
It's impossible to say. I could say a matter of weeks, but occasionally people surprise us.
Occasionally or often?
Occasionally. Let me do some more research into his specific case and I'll get back to you. But in the meantime, there's no harm in going for the interview. Keep your options open. Good luck.
Thanks.
Where have you been?
With a patient.
You ignored calls and messages.
I don't like being harassed when I'm with patients.
Your irresponsible and maverick behaviour could cost yourself and this practice dear.
Elaine's not a maverick, Howard.
Mr. Bellamy, I was wondering if I could change places with Dr. Cassidy. I have so much to do.
Sure.
Right.
You know some PowerPoint presentation ready?
I know my subject inside out. I speak from the heart. Got a problem with that?
No. Let's do it.
The thing is to be totally truthful with your patients at all times. You achieve nothing otherwise. You have to believe they're being totally honest with you, and they can only do that if they believe you're being totally honest with them. The skill is to be truthful, but non-judgmental.
Thank you.
I'm not sure they liked it. I don't know if I made any sense at all.
I'm sure you did a great job.
Dr. Cassidy.
Amy.
They texted as soon as I left. Apparently I wowed them. They want me on the London-New York route in a month. It'd mean being away for nearly a week at a time. You've seen him. What do you think if you had to make a decision?
I can't answer that, I'm sorry. Surely they'll understand. They'll negotiate a delay to you starting the job.
Not 6 months.
I can help with respite care, but I can't guarantee he'll be alive when you get back. But I think if you took the job, it'd make the time he has left much happier. Come in.
Your next patient has arrived and Dr. Weaver would like to sit in.
Well?
The mill house. Oh, it is Mr. Burns for you.
Hi, Dr. Cassidy.
She's taking it. Whatever you told her worked.
Oh, you give me too much credit, but I'm happy for both of you.
She said something about extra help.
Oh, I can get things moving from this end.
I want a word with that manager bloke.
Mr. Bellamy. Howard, a client would like a word.
Howard Bellamy? Well, I'm very glad you're happy with our care. Best doctor you've ever had. Well, that's praise indeed for the mill. And for Dr. Cassidy, obviously. Oh, I wonder if you'd be happy to repeat those kind comments to somebody else. Dr. Weaver, one of Dr. Cassidy's patients? The one she visited today?
Dr. Weaver. I'm sure you're all keen to hear my initial findings.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, significant issues need to be resolved. But I'm reassured that with the new managerial systems being rolled out and Howard's progressive thinking, these issues will be ironed out.
So we get to carry on being doctors?
You're all fit for purpose, I'd say. Congratulations, Howard. You've got the makings of an excellent practice here.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank goodness that's over and done with. Well done.
I think we all need to go and celebrate.
Not for me. I'll go.
Icon?
Why not?
Well done. Glad you're finally in tune with the new regime.
I can live with Howard's rules, but when it's for the patient's benefit, I'm happy breaking them. Just as it should be. Right, Kevin?
Hi. Yeah, no, it's just really chaotic here. No, I haven't been struck off. We all passed. Look, I'm afraid I've got loads more work to do yet. Yeah, I'm going to be late. Okay. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.
What's going on here?
He's just thrown me off the bus!
He naked on bus.
Come in.
No, thanks.
Oh, have a look.
Oi, Teddy!
Look, I'm compromised for space. I'm sat in this porky little backroom office so you wouldn't want to swing a cat in, never mind work.
Get away from her. I said keep away.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
Drama tonight on BBC1 is Lucy